have a lot of stuff with me on it. That's why I said our ancestors knew this was coming. They knew we were coming. So I'll show you all those pieces that I just mentioned. I'm only going to show you a couple, right? Because we have a lot of wealth. And it's like society doesn't want to acknowledge our royal treasures because they can't have them. But it's like just because you don't acknowledge it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right? It's good that you don't acknowledge it because it ain't yours, right? You ain't gonna never get your hands on it. Um, and they can keep trying, right? And they're gonna keep dying. Um, so I'll show you those pieces. When I get halfway through these keys here of whatever we're gonna read. So let's just keep going, right? Since we're poor, right, and we ain't got shit, right? Because we don't have material, right? But we got all kind of ivories and Ivory Coast golds and you know vibraniums and all kinds of shit. We got our treasures. My wealth is worth more, right? And then it's like I already own all of the houses. I'm just gonna let them burn down, right? Y'all, we big time winning up in here. We winning we winning so damn bad up in here that our haters can't even acknowledge us. Confirmation, right? They don't acknowledge us, but if we go outside, they want to be seen by us. And it's like the wealth that you was sitting up talking about you had, we actually have. You motherfuckers broke as hell. Right? With your little fake dollar bills, um, little green food stamp money. Let's go ahead and get into these keys before I get to talking crazy about these folks again. Um, and then we'll explore those Agarthian, Eden, Atlan, Atlas, um, the center of the universe, all these places that are myths to them because they can't go. We'll explore some of those, things that I got from my little adventure time, right? Um, some of them are older than others. Some of them I've had for years, right? Some of them are recent, but it is what it is. I'm going to show y'all. There's some other. I have a dragon seal too, um, that somebody wanted. I did show it to somebody, and they wanted it, and I just looked at them and I told them, hey, when my ancestors put this in my hand, they said that belonged to the king, right? So I'm like, if this man would have allied with me with his army, he ended up being Confederate, but if he would have he would have turned the tides for his people. We could have allied, and I'm pretty sure the king would have gave him that because it's a dragon seal, and in his hands it's just an artifact, but in the king's hands it's so much more. So it's like I had to let him know, my ancestors ain't finna kick my ass, right? Like what what's his face said in his song, "You playing with the king's money," right? I am the king's money, right? Um, so if we would have partnered up, and the king would have been, like allies as far as armies and things like that in this whole war that's going on with the truth, because we would have been a force, honey. Look, but it's best that we do it our way, the way our daddy says. So it didn't work out. I'm glad it didn't work out. But I'm pretty sure that if he had done that, the king probably would have just gave it to him anyway. Because we're not greedy people. I come from all of these places that they say don't exist. They don't want us tapping into our real realities, our real planets, right? Because they can't. They want to continue to live in a fake world, but I've already crossed that threshold and I can't. So I just have to keep moving forward. So since the time is being prolonged, Daddy's doing something, but it's like they don't want me to open up a museum for people to come and see these things because they want you focused on the bullshit ass lies that they are, they want you to think that they are the royals on the block with the wealth. And it's like, no, we have our own wealth, we have our own treasures. Just like Putin pulled his depictions of our kings out of his vault, which he stole, right? You need to get a motherfuckers back, bitch. But don't worry, our ancestors is gonna take it out on your people. Look at you now, bro. Shit. Um, we have our own vault full of treasures. See, let me stop because I'm about to go in on these people. I want you to get closer up on that pretty. It's a pretty purple pink rose that is so cute right there. Let's get close up on. Oh, look at the bee there. Let's get close up on that beauty right there. Look at that. That's beautiful, right? Okay. I love when the flowers are colors like that. Um, let's get into these keys, right? I'm gonna show y'all this stuff since everybody said I was a liar and all this other stuff, and I'm like, they just mad because it's my wealth and they can't have it, and ain't nobody marry me to secure that shit, right? And it's like, you can't marry me now. It's too late, bro. I have no interest, right? If you ain't the king, the answer is always no, bitch. So forgive me for cursing my folks. Let's go ahead and move on, right? We on page 202, or keys 202, and it's 189. I'm going to try not to go too long. I'm going to force myself to stop at 22. There we go. We'll stop right there. Did it end? Yeah. We're not going to do that chart, though, because that's pointless. The keys to the future, biophysics, right, are given. The keys, right? Those are our keys. It ain't no goddamn book. Well, it is a book, but this is something that happens on the inside of us. The keys to the future biophysics are given in nuclear membranes, right? Involved in language transparency coatings beyond acid denaturation and in gel formation by nuclei connecting different mammalian mammalian chromosomes to one another. I almost felt like they wanted to say melanin chromosomes, right? They're talking about your genetics, your genes. Um, I would be a key to the future. I would be a future die, a key die, but I'm also a past one and a current. If that makes sense. We are the future. Um, they are not. Uh, their time is up. Our time is now. So it's like we don't have to play games with them. You're just gonna see the same stuff that you're seeing with them until they start passing. Um, I'm not gonna explain this because it's going more so into science, and you really don't need all of this. Um, this is if you want to know like the stuff. I don't even look. I would have to dig into this to even find out if it's correct. But it's talking about languages. In other words, your DNA it speaks its own language. Um, right? And it does things inside of your body. This is why they gave people those vaccines. And the ones who took the vaccines, for example, you hear the people in the background, um, I can guarantee you, if they either took the vaccine, because a lot of people, the people who took the vaccine are very dumb right now, because this actually stopped this process from happening inside of them. So they do not evolve. These are the people who just they don't get it. They lost in the sauce. They still trying to be hood. You know, they can't evolve. They can't elevate. Things of that nature because it's a process that's not happening in them because they're not a key to anything. They're not relevant. They're just an extra body that's on the planet, and you know that's what this is basically. This is talking about what's happening inside of you when you do have those keys. When you are considered a key to the future, and people like to think it has something to do with DNA, and it's not. It's like no. On a carnal level, yes, but when you're dealing with the real heavens, no. When you're dealing with the real people, no. For example, if you have two people and one's they're twins, okay. Let's say if you have Jacob and you have Esau, they twins, right? Um, Whenever this process starts to happen, it will only happen in Jacob, but it will not happen in Esau, even though they're twins. lineage wise, because it's lineage has something to do with it. But on the level of Enoch, you have to have permission, and you have to be granted that permission to where the angels are willing to work with you, with this process. Um, you would be considered a key to them to the future. You would be considered a very important asset. You would be someone who they would work directly with, like they do with people like me. And Esau would be completely cut out of this process, even though he would be lineage. He would also be cut out of this process because, he went against heaven. He's not of heaven. He tried to kill his brother who was chosen, things of that nature. And then his genes directly, even though they're twins, they don't have the same damn genetic makeup inside of them. So it would be something like that. So, this is that whole thing where one twin is chosen and one twin is not. Having twins is actually a bad thing. I'm a look. I'm not gonna go into that, but because when you have twins, only one goes up and one. Well, they can both go down. In most cases, both don't go up. When you have twins, from what I am learning, um, well, no, let me not say that either. Let's scratch that whole conversation, because you have sometimes where both of the twins are are rotten as hell. Let's just keep going. But this is basically talking about the actual process, right? The in gel formation, right? With the nuclei, right? And it connecting to different mammalian. Probably have to look that up because I've never heard of that. I know what mama, and then there's your alien right there, mom alien. Okay, this is talking about this would be our star seeds. Like I said, let's read it and see where it's going though, because there's your mom and there's that alien that I was talking about. We actually called ourselves aliens in our celestial days and in our Mayan and Olmec days, except for it was spelled A. Let me see, A-L. It was spelled A-E, right? L-I-A-N, right? A-E Lian. Because we were the arcs. We were the arc. We still are the arc futures. That's why the world's mad. You can't take our royalty from us. We just because you called us slaves, honey, don't mean that's what we are. We are always. Let me just keep going. Um, Number one, the name of Yahweh, right, the Most High. They flip that, right, because it's upside down. Is coded within every biochemical function in our body, right? Within every biochemical function, He is our Father, especially within the life-giving DNA RNA matrix, right? That right there you go, genes, right? Life-giving genes. They call us the keys to the future because we're life-giving genes.